Hi there, welcome back to Miss Johnson's YouTube channel. This was a question from one of my parents asking about place value blocks. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So place value blocks is basically just ways that we represent numbers. So we use just one little cube for one block. This represents 1 because there's only one of them. If I were to draw 3, this equals 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. I could do this again with 1, 2, equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equals 7 because there are 7 little blocks. Once we get to the number 10, we start to change these numbers because we don't want to keep drawing blocks forever and ever and ever once we get to higher numbers. So what we do is take these blocks and put them into 10 sticks. They look like this. This equals 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 ones in one of these blocks. So you can draw a 10 stick like this, or you can just draw a line equals 10. So then we can start putting them together. So let's say I have 2 of these. This is 10, this is 20. This is equal to 20. Let's say I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 20, 30, 40. So with these sticks, what we're doing is we're counting up by tens. With me so far? Now we're going to go into combining some of the ones and some of the tens. So let's say I have 2 tens and 4 of those ones. This is 10, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. This is equal to 24. You can also look at the place value. So my place value for my 4 is the ones place. And as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. The place value of my 2 is in the tens place. And as you can see right here, there are 2 tens. 2 tens plus 4 ones equals 24. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. And this is equal to 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Again, the 6 is the ones. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. So 5 tens plus 6 ones equals 56. Now when we go from tens, we can go even. Okay, we're going to go even further. Let's say we have 10 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Again, we don't want to start counting all of these tens. It could get really uncomfortable. So what are we going to do? Well, what we do is we combine them. Remember, one of those lines is equal to 10. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get So what happens when you put all 10 of the tens block in to squish it together, what it does is it creates a 100 block. So a giant kind of square is equal to 100 because you're stacking out 10 tens of 10 ones into all of it. 10 times 10 is 100. So if we're looking right here, the big block is equal to 100. A line that kind of looks like this is equal to 10. And then a little tiny block is equal to 1. So if we have a big block like this, 2 lines and 3 little squares, what we have is the number 1, 2, 3. 123. We have 100 block, 2 10s, and 3 1s. So just like how we did the 1s and 10s, now we're adding in a 100. Same thing if you have 2 or 3 of them. 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3. 3 100s, 2 10s, and 1 runs equals 321. So the hundreds blocks are huge. They are filled with 100 or 10 lines with 10 squares in each of them. So this is equal to 100. Okay? So when we get to 1,000, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We take 10 hundreds to make 1,000. What does that look like on paper? Well, it's hard to draw on paper because we're actually getting more in depth. What we do is when we combine all 10 of these squares, what it does is it creates a cube. If you combine all of them, this is equal to 1,000. So we'll combine all of them. This is 1,000. This is 1,000. There are 2 hundreds, 1, 2, 3, 3 10s, and 2 1s. 1,232. 1,000, 100, 10s, and 1s. 1,000 is hardest to draw because it's not just 100 square, it's 100's cube. We're getting into more 3D items. Equals 1,000. So the reason our 1,000 block looks like a cube, like this, is because we take 100, then we stack another 100, 200, then we stack another 100, another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you tack 10 100s equals 1,000. So that's kind of where we get this cube-like looking thing. So for, let's say you needed to draw the number 2,462. Okay, for the thousands, what you can do is draw a square and then make it look like a box. There's 1, there's 2 400s, 6 10s, and 2 1s. So if you notice, most of our numbers are using little squares. The 2 are the little squares, that's the 1s. Then we have a bunch of 1s stacked on top of each other, that's 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 6 10s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 400s. Because all 10, there are 10 in there. There are 10 10s, and there are 10 10s here, 10 10s there. Then what that thousands does is it combines 10 of these, and it makes that cube-like looking figure. Okay? So this is kind of the box that I was trying to draw on my screen. As you can see, it's more 3D-like. You can see the hundreds block with all the different cubes inside, and you can see a bunch of 100 block stacked on top of each other. If you count it all, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 100s blocks squished together, so it makes that cube-like fixture. So I just wanted to include a picture of that. All right, and finally, here is a picture to differentiate between the ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands and how they look. Ones are small, then we get bigger to the line of tens. Hundreds is that kind of square-looking figure, and then we get to the cube, which is the thousands. Base 10 is the number system that we use here. It just means that every time we go into a new place value, we increase by 10. So we have one, tens, hundreds, and then thousands. Base 10 is basically the place value blocks that we've been talking about in this video.